So Jennifer, what are one or two of the biggest mistakes you see companies, especially bigger ones, make with Facebook ads?
I'd say there's there's a handful. We could go on for a while, but big picture, it's really a mistake about how these companies are looking at Facebook ads. So there's so many different ways that you can use Facebook ads. None of them are wrong necessarily, but instead of looking at Facebook ads as just something that can drive impressions or awareness or engagement, there's this opportunity to really look at Facebook ads as something that can be really a business's entire customer acquisition strategy. So that's one of the mistakes I see, just sort of an interpretation that isn't as profitable as the interpretation in looking at Facebook ads as a sales tool. More tactically, I would say another big mistake that I see companies making is not understanding how to set up and implement and leverage the Facebook pixel, which when most people hear that, they're like, I need a drink.
I think a lot of people think pixel, cookie, and their eyes glaze over.
Yes.
What is it specifically, and what does it do to build audiences?
So we could do a whole probably 5-hour masterclass on what the pixel is, but in the most simplest, shortest form, as you know, we like to call it a line of magic money-making code. Pixel is just Facebook's fancy word because they want to be special. It's a line of code. And again, it allows you to retarget your users. So any page on your website that you have your Facebook pixel on, you can then build custom audiences and retarget people who have visited your website. And then the second main functionality is the ability to track and optimize your campaigns for conversions, for example, leads or sales, which really just makes your campaign smarter and allows you to actually tell Facebook that the thing you care about isn't just clicks, but the conversion, the sale, the lead. And that is just the difference of having Facebook's algorithm work with you to get the thing that you want versus kind of having it work against you.
We've noticed that, some companies, especially bigger ones, will take a nuclear approach and just send everyone in the universe direct ads without creating a warm audience that's ready and has an intent to purchase. So maybe you can speak to that.
Even in the last couple of months, there's been more and more of a shift in the direction of what you're talking about, which is not using Facebook ads to just blast people with calls to action of buy, 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 or sign up, sign up. There really is this need in order to stand out in a very crowded newsfeed to be able to use Facebook ads to really kind of build out sales funnels. So exactly like what you're talking about, having people first go to a piece of content and then retargeting them with a lead magnet and then retargeting them with the ad that asks them to buy. So really being able to create these multiple touch points all throughout Facebook, all through the Facebook ad platform. The older approach that worked maybe a couple of years ago with Facebook ads, it's just, I even have projects that I've worked on in the last 6 months that when we'd used the same strategy a year before it worked, and now it's not working anymore. And it's because of this need to really spend more and more time nurturing your audience. Definitely the first one is being able to build video engagement custom audiences. Obviously video on Facebook is huge right now. Facebook themselves have come out and said that they're very much prioritizing video in the news feed, even from an organic perspective. So then the ability to create these custom audiences of users who have already watched and engaged with your video content, those people have stopped what they were doing in their life to pay attention to what you had to say. They're significantly warmer than the average cold person, and that's a really great way to build up audiences of potentially very qualified prospects. And then I would say the other is a tie between Facebook engagement, Facebook page engagement, and then Instagram business profile engagement. So just the ability to build custom audiences and retarget people who have engaged with your content on either Facebook or Instagram.